Switched on, flashing there on the gates. Line complete. Set. Racing, Clever Dick and Sordello the first away from 2IC, Skies of Blue, 4 White Fox, our Bonnie Girl pushing through in the middle, St. Bell easing back, and then Rufus, Ancient Hope and Spirited Action. It's a very compact field here as Sordello actually leads in the early part, but Skies of Blue ramps it up now for Emma Stent at the 1,000 and is about to try and cross. So Skies of Blue now given a little more leather. Races 2 in front of Sordello, Clever Dick third, 2IC fourth on the inside of our Bonnie Girl, and then came on the outside of those 4 White Fox caught in the cheap seats. On the rails, Rufus, St. Bell getting well back into the field. Outside of it is Ancient Hope and the tail end is Spirited Action, but Skies of Blue had them running at the 650, leading more than 2 lengths on Sordello, a length and a half to Clever Dick, who's going easily there running third. He's being well held. Over on the outside, our Bonnie Girl. Down on the rails, 2IC, and they're being followed deep out, coming around the bend next of all 4 White Fox. In behind them, St. Bell, Rufus on the rail, Ancient Hope back there, second from last, the tail end of Spirited Action. Into the home straight, Skies of Blue led Sordello, Clever Dick lets down, so does 4 White Fox, our Bonnie Girl, under heavy pressure with Ancient Hope starting to run on very strongly, nearing the 100 though, 4 White Fox tackled by Ancient Hope, Clever Dick coming through on the inside, Ancient Hope though gets the head in front, draws clear late, Ancient Hope by a neck to 4 White Fox, Clever Dick third, Sordello fourth, then our Bonnie Girl, St. Bell, followed by Spirited Action, 2IC, Skies of Blue, and whipping them all in is Rufus. Ancient Hope, good wind, parked back in the field, 3 deep with a trail up to the corner and has swept down the outside to go on and make it back-to-back victories after winning a maiden at Pinjarra and now here to Ascot midweek. The Blackfriars 3-year-old filly from the yard of Dan Morton proves too good for 4 White Fox, Brodie Kirby and Clever Dick. Peter Nucky, Sordello, Lucy Warwick will be fourth in. They've run 1:25.56 for the 1400 of the last on the card. Ancient Hope for the Anita Vale Stud Syndicate, Robert Anderson. And that's her second victory in just 5 runs off 2 minor placings also. And a progressive performance here from the Ascot yard of Dan Morton, Clint Johnston-Porter there in the saddle. 480, 180. Number 2, 4 White Fox, prepared by Adam Durant, written by Brodie Kirby, by Fox Wedge from Tantra Dancer for P. Dowdle. Second home, returning a dividend of $2.20, and Clever Dick third by Dick Turpin from Exquisite Timing for Bill and Patricia Robinson, Kath Fleming, Peter Nucky to pay $1.90. A long neck, a half a length, and a neck are the margins. 36.31 the last 600 there. Our Bonnie Girl, she flatlined at the 100, really just ground away, and they were getting away from her late in the race. Too strong for them. Ancient Hope replicating its performance from that maiden down at Pinjarra Park. Well, Dan Morton again is back in the yard, and he's now with Gareth Hall to round it out after this victory in the last event of the day. As soon as they can get rid of Big Buck Rogers, they can get on with the action.
Thanks for that, Darren. Yeah, Buck Rogers, he's everywhere. They tell me it's a new form for Dan Morton. Sorry, Vinny. But anyway, Dan, this filly puts 2 victories together, and both have been pretty impressive off the pace.
Yeah, they have. It was always going to be a bit awkward then, and I was hoping to be a little bit closer in running. He ended up getting on the tail of the right one that took him right into the race, which was probably made the difference.
And she's a daughter of Blackfriars, so she'll only get better, you would imagine.
Yeah, she's a nicely bred filly, so for Mr. and Mrs. Anderson, it's a nice filly to be breeding from later on.
Where do we go with her now?
I haven't really penciled anything in, but we'll just try and edge along and pick off some easy ones.
All right, mate, well done.
Thank you.
There we go. There's Dan Morton, the winning trainer, with Ancient Hope making back-to-back victories. This prep, and Brittany, that was impressive.
It was, and we talked just before the race about horses that break their maidens and then come out and win the next one. We were talking about the wrong horse, but this horse has done exactly that. And it often is a sign of a horse that is going places, one that can come back in the winner's circle after breaking their maiden at the last start.
And 4 White Fox was really good, and so was Clever Dick, who was back in third, Sordello fourth, and our Bonnie Girl, she was probably a little bit disappointing. She had her chance and she just finished fifth there.
Clint made a good decision there too by following 4 White Fox into the corner. He could have followed our Bonnie Girl, but opted just to get the track off Brodie Kirby and pulled him right into the race, and the horse just let down nicely for him, and we'll have a chat to him about that just after he weighs in just a moment.
Well, they call him the hyphenator, and Clinton Johnston-Porter picks up his first winner today, but boy, he can ride, and he's having a good time of it of late. And he's riding a few winners too for the Morton camp, and Brittany is now catching up with Clint.
He is, and he's built up a nice strike rate with this horse, 2 from 2 now. Were you happy with where you were in the run, drawn wide, 3 wide with cover?
Yeah, I was definitely happy. Our plan was always to try and get 3 wide with cover. The track's probably chopping up a bit now, so the wider you are, the better it is, and today it worked out well.
You opted to follow 4 White Fox into the corner. That proved to be a nice move.
Yeah, it was definitely going to be the horse to beat, so when I seen it was caught 3 deep with no cover, I thought, beautiful, I'll jump on its back, and yeah, it towed me into the race.
Always confident on the corner?
Yeah, definitely was. She's a nice horse, and she's upcoming, and she's going for her grades quite well.
Well done. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thank you.
One under Clinton Johnston-Porter there with H and Hope, 2 strong in the final event. 4 White Sox was back in second, Clever Dick third. Okay, that wraps up the card here at Ascot. Geez, it's competitive here to get some camera room, but I think we're all fitting in now. And well done to the team today. And did you enjoy yourself, Brittany? What was the highlight?
The highlight for me was Baisley's winning in the previous race. I thought that was a really nice story. It's nice when a win means so much to people and can really lift someone's spirits if they're not going through the greatest of times.
Yeah, the story behind that is you watching me purchase for $5,000 off your family. The Baisleys have had a tough time of recent times. Of course, Misty was a jockey. She had that nasty fall and she's had trouble coming back. But to see her at the races with the smile on her face is just great to see, as you pointed out. What about you, Mark?
I think the obvious star performance of the day was Bob's horse in race number 2. It'll be interesting to see where she goes. She's a well-related horse to Neverland and another black type winner in New Zealand, so good family. Now,
we'll be back here on Saturday, and it's a Ripper meeting as well, the second last Saturday meeting before we head to Belmont, but the 3-year-old races, they're only small in field sizes, but there's plenty of quality and a couple of match races that I'm looking forward to seeing.
The quality in our 3-year-old ranks is outstanding.
Yep.
Every week where we come up with these 3-year-old fields, they're always really quality fields, so I'm really looking forward to both of those 3-year-old races.
Pearls and Prawns taking on Necklet, that will be my highlight.
Yeah, that's race number 2, and race number 3 has got In Love with Paris versus Roganetta. So that won't be on Thoroughbred Central, so tune into Sky One and see those races.
Yep.
A good pointer towards the races we've got coming at Belmont.
And we'll recap those races on Sky Thoroughbred Central on a Saturday afternoon. Thank you, Brittany and Mark. Now, we're about to take a break here and have a little bit of a break here on Sky Thoroughbred Central, so you can go and get your dinner, whatever it is, a steak or chicken schnitzel with mushroom sauce, because Hong Kong racing will be starting at 7:15 local time, 9:15 in the eastern states. I love my Hong Kong racing, so I'll be tuning in. Thank you, Brittany and Mark.
Thank you.
We'll be taking an extended break here on Sky Thoroughbred Central. Sha Tin racing a little later on in the night. Have a wonderful night.